Deepak and I welcome you to our 21-day meditation experience, creating peace from the inside out, the power of connection. In the coming weeks, we will discover the deep and lasting peace that comes when we renew and strengthen relationships of all kinds. This first week will focus on gaining a deeper connection to ourselves, asking two essential questions. Why do I connect when I do? And why do I disconnect when I do? In week 2, we'll understand how a deeper level of awareness can resolve conflict in any relationship. And finally, in week 3, we'll discover how to apply our deepest connections and desire for peace to the world around us. We begin our first day with this understanding. Everything in life begins with connection. Everything we do, every relationship we have, succeeds or fails based on our level of true connection. I believe that to connect with another person with the greatest potential for peace and joy, we must learn to connect first with ourselves. There's a beautiful song that's often sung around the holidays that captures the essence of this 21-day meditation experience. You've heard it. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Have you ever taken the time to think about what that really means? It sounds like such a simple concept. In this meditation, Deepak will guide us towards peace inside ourselves. As I watch violence and discord on the news, I know that the common thread between all people on earth is a mutual desire for a peaceful and fulfilled life. We must start by looking within for who we are and why we're here. I call it an excavation process, digging deep to uncover the rocks buried below the surface. Rocks left unattended turn into mounds, and those mounds turn into mountains that ultimately block the connection to your authentic self and any hope for a connection with someone else. As we meditate on those rocks, peace unfolds, manifesting first by loving yourself, then loving others. If you give your light and love to one person and he or she shines it on another and another, before long, the only thing that carries true lasting value is whether we've loved others and whether they've loved us. As the song says, in peace eternally. Our work begins now, so let's listen to Deepak and then we'll meditate together.
Life is made of relationships consisting of all the people we feel connected to. When you say, I relate to X, no matter who X is, you have made a connection. When we do not relate to someone, the opposite has occurred. We feel disconnected. So anytime you interact with another person, there will be a successful connection or a failure to connect. But if we want to truly master the art of relationship, we need to recognize that we are connecting and disconnecting all the time. If a waiter in a restaurant promises to be back in 3 minutes, but doesn't return until 30 minutes later, trust breaks down, a touch of resentment builds up, and the connection is lost. How you relate makes a huge difference in the home, at work, and among friends. In our meditation journey together, we'll focus on something few people dream they can attain. An ideal relationship with yourself, with each person you interact with, and finally, with the human family as a whole. An ideal relationship is simply any relationship where there is a strong connection that can be trusted, brings peace, and finds healing whenever a disconnect happens. What makes relationships challenging often comes down to one factor. We build the relationship from the outside in, believing something we want is not happening because of someone else who is outside of us. We must learn how to create a relationship from the inside out. The first rule of building heart-to-heart connections is that even though it takes two people to create a relationship, the responsibility for connecting starts with you. If you have become skilled at connecting, there is unlimited potential for growth in terms of peace, love, intimacy, honesty, sharing, compassion, and moving together on the spiritual path. The second rule for creating relationships from the inside out is that everything depends on your level of awareness. Heart-to-heart connections are never automatic. They need attention. As you become more aware, you will turn relationships around in every area of life, because you will know how to keep connections alive and be able to handle change more easily. The secret of heart-to-heart connections rests on those two things, starting with yourself and growing in awareness. Being in an ideal relationship is how we should be relating to ourselves. Relationship begins with being at peace with yourself, finding a connection inside that nothing can break from the outside. On that basis, relating to everyone in your life will become much easier and more fulfilling. Other people become a reflection of the loving, kindly, peaceful relationship you have with yourself. As we prepare to meditate together, let's take a moment to consider our centering thought. Ideal relationships are my intention every day. Ideal relationships are my intention every day. Now, let's prepare for our meditation. Make yourself comfortable and close your eyes. Begin to be aware of your breath and just breathe slowly and deeply. With each breath, allow yourself to become more deeply relaxed. Now, gently introduce the mantra, Aham Prema. Aham Prema. This mantra means, I am pure love. It helps establish our heart as the loving, vibrant center of all our relationships. Repeat it silently to yourself. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. With each repetition, feel your body, mind, and spirit open and receive just a little more. Whenever you find yourself distracted by thoughts, noises, or physical sensations, simply return your attention to silently repeating the mantra. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. Please continue with your meditation. I'll mind the time, and when it's time to end, you'll hear me ring a soft bell. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. It's time to release the mantra. Continue to sit restfully, inhaling and exhaling slowly. When you feel ready, you can open your eyes. As you continue with your day, contemplate the centering thought. Ideal relationships are my intention every day. Ideal relationships are my intention every day. Namaste.